Well, gender-based violence remains a problem in many parts of South Africa, and Lephalale in Limpopo is no exception. Residents are protesting against the scourge and are calling for a safer community. This comes after the murder of a 27-year-old TVET college student. Tsidi Mucheko's body was found in a pool of blood with multiple stab wounds earlier this month, in a striking similarity to the death of Precious Ramabulana. Joining me now to discuss this is Lebo Motau, the CEO of the Free World Initiative, who will be heading up the march that's being planned for Lephalale tomorrow, together with the Precious Ramabulana Foundation. Lebo, another tragic story of gender violence playing itself out in Limpopo, Lephalale. Your initiative, together with the Precious Ramabulana Foundation, are planning a march tomorrow and wanting to highlight this case. Why?
So we were approached by the mayor of Lephalale, who is answering to a call that was made by our president on the 18th of September, saying that everyone needs to be involved in terms of gender-based violence, fighting gender-based violence and ending gender-based violence. The mayor knows that his community is a predominantly rural community where the males feel that they can dominate women financially and physically, and that's why we're seeing this scourge in terms of gender-based violence. So he called on us and said that he wants something done. The youth sector has called on us in Lephalale to say, can we design programs to ensure that we are reducing, eliminating gender-based violence? So that is the reason that we are going. And in terms of the PR Foundation, they also felt that they needed to be involved, because it's like we're waking up every day to the same story. It's just a different name each day. We need to stop this. We need to make our women and our children feel safe.
Now, I understand that there's a man who's been arrested in connection with the murder of Tsidi Mucheko a few weeks ago, this month of February, and is appearing in court tomorrow. And that to highlight your cause, you'll be marching from the TVET college to the courts.
That's right. So Tsidi was living in a back room of his sister's house, and he came in the middle of the night and stabbed her for no apparent reason, and he was arrested after a few days. And we are marching against it in terms of we're showing the students that we are hearing them, we're showing our survivors that we do believe them, that these rapes are happening, and we would like to show the justice system that if we can put perpetrators behind bars once somebody complains about them, so that we can stop these crimes from happening. Because a lot of times we are seeing that the people that are doing these, who are perpetrators, have been complained about in the past, yet they were out on bail or they were never arrested. So we are saying that if we believe as a community, when a young woman or a young girl complains that they are being abused, it will curb the end result of femicide, which has the numbers in terms of femicide at the moment are ridiculously high. So that is what we're trying to reduce and eventually eliminate.
Now, marching to the court tomorrow, where the suspect in this case will be appearing, what kind of key messages will you be driving? I'm asking this because just the other day in Parliament, the President was speaking about the new legislation that they are wanting to tighten for harsher sentencing procedures against perpetrators of gender-based violence. And some organizations, I guess, like yours, Free World Initiative, are opposed to bail being granted to perpetrators of GBV.
Definitely. What we have seen, especially in rape cases, we find that even in terms of reporting, there's become this cycle. We are only finding 10% of rapes are reported. In a day, there's 114 reports of rape cases that are happening. And the reason for this is the way that victims are treated once they get there. They are re-victimized when they're there by the police themselves. But not only, they find that the perpetrator is not even jailed. So only 50% of these perpetrators are jailed, and at the end of the day, only 14% of those go to trial and only 5% are convicted. So as a victim, you are facing the threat that if you report a case, this man will be out the next day, or if he ever is arrested, and people are afraid of reporting due to this. So us marching towards the court is to say we need harsher measures to ensure that these perpetrators are not recommitting these crimes and are not out in the streets. We want to make our streets safe by eliminating the threat and not teaching young women and girls that you need to dress differently or always be in a crowd. We have put that responsibility on women, that you need to change the way you are, instead of putting the responsibility on perpetrators and telling them what you're doing is wrong and you need to change your behavior.
Thank you very much. That's the CEO of the Free World Initiative, Lebo Motau, who together with the Precious Ramabulana Foundation tomorrow will be leading a march to court in Lephalale.